Good evening and welcome to live streaming coverage from the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic in Vernon, British Columbia. My name is Scoreboard, Curling Zone, joining in second end here of the women's final. We've got China's Wang taking on reigning champion Corryn of Kamloops, British Columbia. She likes this event. That seems to be the case, winning it last year. Battled all the way through to the final and taking on one of the two Chinese teams in the field here this weekend. Just getting familiar with everything that's going on here. We've got the men's final, Matt Haynes and Martin Rowe on commentary over there. Excited to bring both of these finals to you today. Working to get some of the setup here. First end was blank. Both teams hit out, start to finish. Getting into it a little bit more here in the second end. Team Brown with the hammer here. Aaron Pincott throwing third stones. First of her two here in the second end. Here and down to skip stones here. Wang Ray, Yanan Guo, Yu Gong, Lin Yang making the lineup here for Team China. Team China out of Beijing. Of course, this Chinese team has been conspicuously absent from the tour for the last 2 to 3 years. Even when the world came back from COVID, the Chinese were under a different timeline with their COVID defenses. And unfortunately, the Chinese did not travel at all last year. Do not believe they played anything outside of the World University Games. Missing the World Championship and playing in the Continental. So with Yuhan and Rui Wang playing in Canada again, we saw Han win the event in Beaumont, Alberta, the Alberta Curling Series Major last weekend. Their first appearance back on tour. Looks great for that team, and of course for Wang Ray here. Into the final as well. So they are back shall we say. So Brown here with the hammer. Her lineup, Erin Pincott at third, Samantha Fisher at lead, longtime teammates, joined now this year by Jennifer Armstrong. Armstrong played with Chelsea Carey last year, originally from New Brunswick, moving on west. Jennifer's partner is playing in the men's final, Kathleen Schneider, also this year, taking on a men's team there, taking over for Jacques Gauthier, who is skipping the team now with Sterling Middleton, Jason Gintner, and Alex Horvath. So great start for the Armstrong-Schneider pairing, moving into BC and looking to get some results early in the season here. Last stone of the second end here for Walt Ray. Super Song, Yang on this. Not touching it. Pile 3 on top of the button here now. Making this end challenging here for Corryn Brown. Last rock here, the second end. Corryn Brown facing 3 in the forefoot. Gonna throw some weight, try and move some granite here. Watch them fly. Gets 2 to go. It will be a single point steal here in the second end. From China's Wang Ray taking an early lead here into the break. Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic Final. We'll be right back. track here in the third end. There's Wang Ray throwing blue stones. Corryn Brown of Kamloops, British Columbia. Nearby to Vernon, throwing the yellow stones here. Brown, team of Erin Pincott, Samantha Fisher, with Desiree Hawes at second last year, winning this event, looking to claim another title on this ice inside the Vernon Curling Club. This year, Jennifer Armstrong's joined this team. Jennifer moved out west to BC, started in New Brunswick, where she represented New Brunswick at the Scotties some years back. Moved out west, joined up with Chelsea Carey for the last year or two, and competed there, and now made the move all the way out to the west coast, joining up with Corryn Brown's perennial contender out of this province. First end was an open played blank end, trading out hits. They're a little slow getting this started. Obviously on Championship Sunday, all the games go back to back, and there's a lot of moving pieces to getting this going. We do have the men's final also streaming on our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, Curling Zone, as well as the Curling TV Facebook page. Jennifer Armstrong here, her first of two in the third end. With the hit, Wang line two. Nose hit there for Armstrong. Yanan Guo throwing third stones here for Team China. And Pincott delivering her first of 2 stones. A little bit wide on this one. Would have liked to have gotten to the inside. Trying to get a roll under that center guard. Of course, the roll would have also resulted in the double being made. So one or the other of those 2 shots. Of course, now long line shot, making a more aggressive call here. Asking Yanan Guo to draw around the center guard. One of the things that we noticed out of both of these Chinese teams in Beaumont last weekend, of course, we were lucky enough to cover every game at the Alberta Curling Series Majors the last 2 weekends, and we got to see both Wang Wei Han Yu competing and making aggressive calls like that really put Corryn Brown's feet to the fire here. We are following the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. It's great to have you in on this Sunday evening. We've been best. Participate in the chat. Looks like with the call, they're going to run their own Yellowstone. It might be even just a downway shot here. This might just be the brim that she's aiming at here. Pincott makes the run but rolls out. Wang Wei with her first, makes the hit and roll, just peeks out the other side. Sorry there, a little bit of technical difficulty with our video. Left with these rocks buried. Brown with the hammer. going to ignore those stones and go all the way around them like their guards. You know, the sweepers say a little heavy here. China still sitting shot here, considered an option in the middle, but they just opted for the hit. Sitting 3 here, just as good as sitting a safely protected 1. I think this in itself is going to put some pressure on Brown to make a good drive and hit and stay to score. Of course, this rock curling in, they get the roll underneath. Now looks like Brown's left with a cold draw through the forefoot. Her last here in the third end. Pressure on here against Brown, facing 3 in the second end. Made a double. Likely couldn't do better than that. Giving up a steal. Again, facing 3 Chinese stones here. Looking to square this game up at 1 with a draw. Last stone, third end. Armstrong, Fisher on this. Stepping back. This rock's got a little bit of speed here. How far will it go back? Appears to be a steal of 3 for Wang Ray and Team China. They take a 4-0 lead here after 3 ends. At the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. We'll be right back after these messages. And we're back here in the fourth end. Steal of 3 by Wang Ray and her Beijing China foursome leaves Corryn Brown of Kamloops, BC 4-0. This is the championship final of the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. We're streaming live from the Vernon Curling Club in beautiful Vernon, British Columbia. My name's Jerry Gertz of Curling Zone. I'd like to thank everyone who's just tuning in tonight for the first time or been watching all weekend, streaming 6 of the 8 sheets here out of the Vernon Curling Club. It's been our pleasure to bring you this curling. And now down to the final games. We've got Brown and Wang here on sheet 4. Right next door on sheet 5, it's Caitlin Schneider and Brent Pierce playing in the men's championship final. Matt Haynes and Mark Nyo on the call there on that one at the same time too. So bringing you 2 live games here from the Vernon Curling Club. Now makes this choice very easy. Those days of streaming 1 game at a time, 2 finals on at once, you'd have to pick between the men's and women's final as to who would get coverage. And there's never a right answer in that scenario. So now we get to bring you both. And of course, if one game gets out of hand, we'll be able to jump back and forth to the other as well. So thanks for tuning in. Find all our curling on our YouTube channel. That's Curling Zone's YouTube channel. Just go to Google or over to Bing and just search up Curling Zone YouTube, and it'll bring you right there. Nice little tap back there from Jennifer Armstrong. Armstrong, the new member of this foursome out of British Columbia. Brown and her teammates, Samantha Fisher and Aaron Pincott, longtime teammates all the way back into juniors. I'd have to look up the exact number. Brett Brown having won British Columbia a number of times, wearing the Rocky Mountain Sunrise at the Scotties on several occasions. Young team sitting in the mid-20s to low 30s on the world team rankings for some time now. Brown just looking to make that step to the next level. And the way you're going to do that is keep playing championship finals. Gaining the experience from these games. Of course, Brown, winners of last year's Prestige Hotels Curling Classic. Brown 5-4 wins last year over Kue Kitazawa of Japan. Kitazawa returned again this year, losing in a tiebreaker to country mates Azuka Kanai. 4 Japanese teams in this field this week, 2 Chinese teams. Michelle Yaki and her Swiss foursome competed here in Vernon this week. Another very strong field considering the top 16 Canadian women's teams were playing at the PointsBet Invitational in Oakville this week. So excited to see Brown. She seems to have opted out of playing that event, deciding to play this tournament instead. Vernon always seems to draw a great international field. Something that makes these events very interesting for the Canadian teams to compete as well. Many thanks go out to Dave Merklinger, Dave Icemaker and manager here at the Vernon Curling Club. This is Merck's home club, where he does his day-to-day ice making. Of course, Merck, you've seen him doing many Scotties, other Curling Canada events. Mark having retired from the arena ice circuit, I believe, handing the reins over to his son Mike. Mike behind the scenes as the chief ice tech at that Princeton Invitational Appeal as well. So the weekend of Merc Ice that you've been watching. So again, China applying a lot of pressure here. Brown's going to clean up the front here with Aaron Pincott's first shot. Makes all the blue granite out front go away. Great shot. Dong Ji-shi throwing third stone. Noticing Ji-shi listed as the second, but clearly throwing third stones here with the beautiful guard up front. That yellow stone is in a bit of a problem spot here for Brown. It's third shot with China lying 2 behind the tee line. So in essence, that is a good stone right now for the Chinese side. Pincott going to try and play the run double here. Get a couple stones moving. Just peels the center guard off. Ray, her first of 2 skip stones here in the fourth. Guard does slide a little bit too far, opens up the Yellowstone, but again, that's not helpful for Brown. They'd have to get to the nose of that yellow stone to be able to promote it straight back onto that blue stone. So in the end, it looks like she's going to have to play a draw around and try and get a piece of that button right now. Challenge with that, unfortunately, though, is that it's going to be very hard for Brown to get 2 in this set. But right now, that's the least of her concern. China lying to Wang Rui of Beijing. And here comes Brown, her first of 2 skip stones in the 4th end. This needs to be good. Fortunately, looking like there's an overcurl on it. And it's just going to put more rocks in the way out front. And one saving grace here for Brown. Blue and yellow stone appears to have welded together pretty close. Contact anywhere on the top of that blue stone should take the yellow straight back to score 1. Looks like, though, Wang Rui is going to make the draw around herself. She's going to try and put another stone in the scoring position. If she could ever just bury that around that yellow, that run back now wouldn't stick. Blue Chinese stone. Dong and Yang on the brushes. Looks like this is just going to come up as a guard. It does protect the draw here in this spot. Looks like Corryn Brown is lining up the angle. Question is whether she can get this right straight on through onto shot stone. The other consideration is she just hitting that onto the pile with a little bit of a quad raise here. Run all those corners, with it inevitably going onto shot stone. Last stone here, 4th end. Corryn Brown in heaps of trouble. Looking to make something happen. Does it hold on? Not quite. It will be a steal of 1 more here for Wang Rui's Beijing China foursome. They'll now lead 5-0 after 4 ends of the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic Championship Final. We'll be right back after this break. Back here, fifth end action. Corryn Brown has had the hammer for the duration of the game. Never a good thing in curling. Facing 3 in the second end. Brown made the double, probably the best she could do, giving up a single point. In the third end, she slid heavy against 3 more. And then in the fourth end here, a hero shot off the wing, oh so close to sticking the double for potentially 2. Rolls just a hair too far. And that was 5-0. Wang Rui of China here in the championship final of the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. My name's Jerry Gertz, Curling Zone. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in on this Sunday evening. It's been a fun weekend of curling here at the Vernon Curling Club. Rui Wang throws second stones. That's the assumption at this point. Trying to confirm lineup, sometimes a challenge. So now 2 in the rings and a center guard up after Brown throws double corners. Jennifer Armstrong being asked to throw the run double here. Moves from Granite in the middle. Really needs to make contact with at least 2 Chinese here. Gets the top 2 to go. That's a great shot. You see here Brown, they just start whittling away at the scoring area. China's Wang Rui asking for a tight guard here, top 12. So she makes the perfect shot. There's another double in play for Brown, and all of a sudden now she's got corner guards up and rocks the barrier down. Whoa, with the draw here. Ideal if they could tuck this just a hair. A little bit of a Christmas tree effect underneath. That's still a good shot here from Team China. So I really like this call from Corryn Brown here. This is where you just start throw these hack waiters. Just remove the guard, roll the shooter somewhere into the rings. And that really is the problem here with China's defense of this strategy, is that you're going to end up potentially facing a few should Brown and her Kamloops-based team find a few shots here in the fifth end. Really nice weight there from Armstrong. Either rolls all the way to the edge. Close, but appears to be out just a hair bit too far. Good effort though, just as good as peeling that guard. That rocks out of the middle. And Wang Rui is going to ask Dong Jishi to replace that center guard. Goes into the top 12. Again, Brown asking for the hit and roll to the wing. And I think in this scenario, I really dislike that call from Team China purely because they're just giving Brown the opportunity to roll rocks behind the corner guard. At some point, this team is going to start pulling out some shots just like that one from Aaron Pincott. Purely by how they were making the calls. They allowed Brown to draw around the corner guard here, essentially, put a potential scoring point in play, and now she's considering the draw back on top again. And Brown will do the same thing again. Will hit and roll to the wing. And this is going to set up a potential big end hero shot by the end. That is not at all necessary. So, you know, high guard here, put two in play, make Brown make the double teal in the middle, and to access that play. That really should be the consideration here. This one again is going to slide into the rings. Here, Corryn Brown, the opportunity. Aaron Pincott attempt at a double. Can get to the inside and roll underneath. This one appears to be hanging out a bit. Get almost to nose. Good position there. Unfortunately, though, does leave a hit and roll underneath. Wang Ray, her first here in the fifth end. Each player on the ice throws 2 stones. The lead, the second, the third, and the fourth each throw 2. Wang, the skip of the team, also throws 4 stones. In the hack here, leading Canada's Corryn Brown 5-0. Keepers Yang and Dong on this. Over curl. Just a little bit. Is underneath covered though. You can overhear lots of excited sweeping over in the men's final. Caitlin Schneider. Caitlin Schneider taking on Brent Pierce in an all British Columbia matchup. Schneider playing out of Victoria with Jacques Gautier's former team. And Brent Pierce back again with another young squad. He's working hard on this. They really want to get to the inside. It's Jennifer Armstrong on the one sweep. Fortunately, just sits open. And if Wang Ray can hold the shooter here, it will be a force And Brown throwing against multiple Chinese stones yet again. One hanging out. Gonna make contact, but the shooter will roll out of play. And now. Chance for two for Corryn Brown. Difficult. But it appears that hole is there for her to come down and hit that lone Chinese stone in the rings and bring that rock on the 12-foot into play to count. She's coming back, taking another look at it. Setting the broom for the weight she wants to throw. Really comes down to how much of that blue stone can she see for her to choose the weight she wants to throw. Aaron Pincott holding the brush. Vice skip of this Kamloops-based team. Brown just not comfortable with that shot. She's going to come back and take another look. Yeah, she just didn't trust the ice in that spot. Didn't think she'd get enough curl to be able to hold that shooter, so appears like the run back is the call here. Brown needs to score two to really stay in this game. And here we are, last stone, fifth end. Corryn Brown needs to make a shot. Run, makes contact, and sticks in the rings for two. Would that be measure for three? Close. They're looking at it, they kicked it off. It'll be two for Corryn Brown. They're on the board here in the championship final of the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic from the Vernon Curling Club in beautiful British Columbia. We'll be right back after these messages.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
We're back here for the 6th end. China's Long Ray taking on Canada's Corryn Brown. First time in the game that China's had the hammer. Throwing lead stones. Two center guards up here for Corryn Brown. And in reality, that Chinese stone top 12 is also a guard. Bit of a mistake there from Yang. And Brown can use that pile out front and draw around the middle. Fortunately, this rock from Jennifer Armstrong is a little tight, a little light. Puts up another guard in the middle. Still a result that's useful at the end of the day here for Team Brown. Guo Yanan making the peel. Her second stone of the 6th end. Another chance. Can she read this line and this weight? Find a place on the button here. Rock just about gets buried. Always see a whisker of it, but Wang's gonna ask Guo to make the double peel out front this time. Sorry, Dong Ji-shi, third stones. Now throwing. Oh, sorry, this is Guo. Both go easy. Making contact with that Chinese stone top 12. Play now wide open. Really, that's just a natural. It was going to go that way as long as you hit it close. In hindsight, it might have made some sense for Brown to jiggle the front. Maybe change the order of things, but now asking Aaron Pincott to put the guard back in play. This is a dangerous situation here for Brown. Single shot stone in the rings. Long Ray lying second and third. Unfortunately, that rock half open now. Wang is going to ask for the down weight hit and roll. This time from Dong Ji-shi. The first of two vice stones here. Save over on the men's sheet. A little pause, a little reset here from Dong. Blow. Yang on this hard to get it by, just clears the guard. Got the inside roll on that buried stone. Rolls out into the open on the other side. Here's Wang line 2. Stone third in the back. Out front is fourth shot. A lot of blue Chinese rocks lying around at this point. I think for Brown, they got to kind of go here. It's time to gamble, get one buried, and try and generate a mistake out of this strong Chinese side. Pincott, her last stone here in the sixth end. This rock is sliding. How far will it go? Past. Shot stone just to the back of the 4-foot. Doesn't need to get into any trouble here. Going to ask Dong to make the peel on the front. Just wants to make the front stone go away. Make sure that 4-foot is open for Skipper's last 2 stones. Opportunity here for Brown. Find a way to get a good freeze in here. Appears to be the shot call. Gonna try and freeze to that shot stone on the left side of the 4-foot. Get a good enough angle. Try and get 7/8 frozen, sit a shot. Just make the peel and the rip a little bit more difficult. The free is a very difficult shot. The sweepers here, Armstrong and Fisher. Oh, sorry. At the end of the day, she was just throwing the guard back up. Yeah, good position for that guard there. The peel is going to have to be pretty thin to not jam on something in the rings. Second stone thrower, Bo Yanan, holds the brush. That's nice. Dong Shi, Yang Ying. Sweepers for this Beijing base team. for peel of the guard here. Catch it thin, make it clean across the top. Great shot there. And now here comes the freeze from Corryn Brown. Brown without hammer for the first time this game needs to make a good shot here. Counting one in the back four is China, the Bluestones. Brown lying second shot as the yellow. However, precarious position right now with several blue Chinese counters around the rings. Sorry, potential counters. Last stone here for Corryn Brown. Looking for the freeze. Armstrong, Fisher on the sweep. They need to drag this right down onto the blue Chinese rock. Unfortunately, just comes up short. Fortunately for Brown, this leaves a shot for a possible three here for China. Looks like Wang Ray is going to throw the draw. If the line is good, the weight is good, they can take it back to the yellow and tap it back for three. Two will be enough here for this team. Likely potential handshakes here in six should they get a multiple point score. So last stone here, sixth end. Wang Ray. Lying shot. With the draw. Will it be two? Or a tap back for three here? Looks like it has. Didn't curl enough, but tap the Yellowstone back. Appears to be, it will be a score of two here. And that will be it. Handshakes around. China's Wang Ray, champions of the 2023 Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic here from the Vernon Curling Club. Twenty teams showed up here on Thursday. Competition beginning that evening, down to two here. The championship final. Corryn Brown just couldn't find it today in this game. Had a great run to get to the final. Just came up a bit short here. The Chinese side win again. Of course, it was Han Yu last weekend in Beaumont at the Alberta Curling Series Major. Wang Ray now puts up her first championship. These Chinese teams are back again on tour, and it's exciting to see them part of the action again, and looking forward to continued action as they compete across the tour. It's been a pleasure to bring you curling here from the Vernon Curling Club. I'd like to thank James Gordon. I'd like to thank Dave Merklinger for putting on a great event yet again in Vernon. The Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic is a premier event as part of the curling tour around the world. It sees a ton of international teams show up to this great field. Again, my name's Jerry Gertz of Curling Zone. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in this weekend. For now, be sure to check out the men's final going on. Catlin Schneider and Brent Pierce battling next door on sheet 5. You can find that on Curling Zone's YouTube channel. You just Google up Curling Zone YouTube, or just go to YouTube, search for Curling Zone. No space in there. Just keep it Curling Zone, all one word. Please subscribe to our channel. Like all the videos you watch, because every one of those social media engagements helps us out a ton. So again, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. We'll be back soon. Next weekend, the Stu Sells Tankard from Barrie, Ontario. We'll be back with more streaming then as well. Thanks again. Until then, everyone, have a great night.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.